Steve here at West Green with part 12 of my J15 Locomotive kit build by Connoisseur. There's the body, not completed obviously, and the Pretender, which is completed. I'm waiting. Oh, it's in works, grey, isn't it? So let's see what's happening. Okay, so what I've got here, well, I've got a glove on because I've cleaned this up, ready for painting, which I'm going to do in a minute. Oh, I'm going to spray it, prime it. But what I've done, I'll just point out a few things with my pointer. One thing I like about this kit, well, lots of things I like, but Jim, in the spacers, the vertical pieces, go down top and bottom of the frame, he provides little holes at the side to route your wires through. You can see them there. The hole's already there. So what I've done, since I put the PCB board on yesterday, I thought I would use the wire. All this is provided in the kit, 2 bits of PCB plus a wire. So I'd put them through. You can see the red one there. I'll go on the red one because so what I've done is I've put them along there, up over the top of this horn block, and then down through the PCB to the other side. And obviously the other thing I did is where it goes through spacers there and this one here, I actually daubed lots of super glue right in the hole so that any vibration wouldn't gradually wear down the insulation until it's metal on metal, and then it creates a short. This is made to last. So obviously once it's painted, you're not going to see this. I'm going to paint the insides red and dirty it down, and the outside's black. Quite how I'm going to do this, I don't know yet. Obviously spraying's easier because you wouldn't want to brush. Maybe what I'll do is I'll airbrush all the inside and mask as much as I can up, airbrush the outside, and then any bits missed I can just paint with a brush. It's only going to be matte black anyway. So anyway, that's it. I've got a spray booth, but I decided I'm going to come outside. It's a nice warm day, it's only early, but this is what I'm using. You get this from Bunnings here in Australia, but Dymark Etch Primer. And I'll put this on top of the old garbage bin, and I'm going to spray it. Well, that's so far so good. I've done 2 coats, top and bottom. Hit it with a hairdryer for a few seconds. And with the horn blocks, I actually put a bit of oil on the springs, and also in the down the sides. So hopefully that'll be good. I've done it before and it's always worked. Worst comes to the worst, I replace the springs. I'm going to paint the inside of the frames red. I've got one of these bits of brass and see how I mix my paint up. good. Make short work of it. Pour some in here. Not too much. Now, bit of white spirit. That looks about right. Do a bit of a test. I've got a compressor here and a dash H. Got a cupful. Just close up my nozzle. That'll do. Sorry, the geezer across the road's got a mower on. Anyway, this is Tumbrel 174, I think. I'm not too fussed about the colour. How many people are going to go, oh, I remember those, that colour in between the frames? Yeah, right. Not a job you want to do by hand, especially all this internal valve gear stuff. I'm doing this because obviously if I do the black, the red's going to be hard to cover. What would Warren Haywood do, I wonder? He'd say, Stevie boy, you've done it wrong. No, I don't know. I'm just a hack anyway, so... I think that's going to do me. Well, I've done some work on the Loco chassis today. I finished off the wheels. They're matte black, but I've gone over with some gloss black. I want to show a bit of grease on them and stuff like that. But I'll actually get a weathering tomorrow. I'm going to put some grime on it. So I've done all the 6 wheels. I wanted to do the rods, so what I've done is there's the rods, one of the rods. I went over with some gunmetal or something like that, or silver, or probably a bit of both actually. Then I went over with matte 29, which is called Earth, Dark Earth, I think, Umbral. And then I went over with a gloss varnish. I went over and it was all wet, so I wanted it to blend in. But the frames, inside, I've scraped back the slide bars. Again, I wanted to show muck. There's various gloss varnish. There's also I've put gloss black on a few places because I want to show grease and God knows what else. And anyway, that's it. I'm going to weather it tomorrow, but I want to show grime. But I'm going to do the ash pan. So I'll put a bit of I think I'll use Umbral 113, which is rust, and let it down with matte black. I think I'll airbrush that. Anyway, that's enough for tonight. Oh. It's just me. Who said railway modelers aren't mad? Okay, just a joke. But what isn't a joke is this. I'm going to do some spraying, and you've got to protect your lungs. This is not for the what do they call it? The Connoisseur virus from Oilen. It is. Anyway, I'm going to do some spraying of the chassis today. I decided I just turned my light off. I did some weathering, dry brushing on the chassis, but last night I thought about it in bed, as you do. And I thought, what I need to do is tie it all together. So I'm going to give it a bit of a wash. So what I've done is I've mixed up some matte white and black, and I've put some of the dust cleaning stuff in it, the murky stuff. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to dust it on from a distance. It's like an atmospheric wash. Let's have a look. So I've got, see I'm muffled because I've got this mask on. It's for organic paint, so it's a proper paint mask. I've done the wheels, I've done most of the frame. So I'm coming from a distance. Oh, sorry. It's just actually looks shinier than it really is. Oh, a bit more there. Sorry about the focus, can't help that. I've tied it together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put a bit of rust in it now. See how I go. So what I've done now, I mixed up some brick red, put it in this glass jar. Some of this grey, black, that's the brush cleaning stuff. Just put a bit of that in it. Just a bit of I use it as a bit of rust. So, probably a bit less paint. Okay, let's give this a whirl. Well, I've never done that. I'm not going to do any further, I think. I think that looks pretty good. Well, so far so good. I've put everything back on the chassis. I haven't put pickups on. Oh. I'd really like to get another motor for it. I'd like to get a ABC Maxon mini box. But you can't get them at the moment and I haven't got the money. Still, you do what you can do. Anyway, that's it from me. What I'll do now is put pickups on. I've got the PCB on the bottom. Just got to put the pickups on, wire it up to the motor, test it, and then put a chip in it. I got the chip. So that's the next thing. Oh my goodness! I am tongue-tied. Melvananian Silver Supermanian, my station master West Green and buttocks, and my goodness, what is that noise in the house? It's my ruddy son playing his guitar. Well, enough funny business. It keeps me sane. That's why I do it. So this is well, there's a chassis for the C1. This is a chassis for the J15. I put on wiper pickups. And I put little pads on the end, little phosphor pads. But, so it's working, and I just tried recording this before, but one of the wires come off. So it's so I just wanted to prove it's working on all 6 pickups, see? Front ones, rear ones, and there you go, middle ones. So it's all working. Now, so far so good. Now what I do know is this. I want to make it work for DC and DCC. And for those that don't know, there's a convention with DC, and it says this, that if the furthest rail is positive and that's negative, so positive and negative, which it is, I've checked it with a multimeter, the loco should go that way. All of them should go that way, no matter what manufacturer. So that's correct. So that's positive and that's negative. I could check it with another locomotive, but more to the point, I've got a multimeter here and I put the probes across, and that is positive and that's negative, so that works. So my next task is to get the chip out, make sure it does the same thing, but it may run backwards with DCC. Now you can change that as a CV setting, but I don't want to do that. I want to make it work properly first time. So what I will do, if I get it working on DC, if it works on DC the right way and then DCC the wrong way, then I'll swap both input and output wires around. That won't affect DC. It'll make DC work the same, but it'll affect DCC, so it works right. So that's what I'm going to do now. So here I've got one TCS T1 decoder. So here's the harness. Red, black, they go to the track. Orange, grey go to the motor, and the rest I'm not using. So I've just, what I've done for the moment, I'll put heat shrink on it. I've cut these at different lengths so nothing shorts out. So I'm going to hook this up first, put the chip in, which is still in the bag, and then check it on DCC. Check it on analog. So, the moment of truth. I've got the red and black. The red and black from the pickups going to the red and black down into the harness. So they're the track ones. These two, the orange and grey, go up to the motor. So all I've got to do is make sure that nothing's touching, because that's how you can blow up a chip. Believe you me, you can fry a chip very easy. If you get an input onto the output, I've done it. So all I do is put a chip in now and check it out, see if it goes. It may go the wrong way. Now, that's working through the chip, and I know that's positive and that's negative, so it's now running the wrong way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change one set over. It doesn't matter which one. I will leave, I think I'll change the motor ones over, so I'll swap these two over. Then it'll run the right way. So, I've now got these running the right way. I just swap these I swap these two over. So now what I've got to do is put it on the DCC and see what happens. I don't have to put it on I know that this is number 3, so they all come with a default of 3. So let's try that. I'll put on the rolling road, and I'll put number 3 in here because I know that he's come with it. So, and it's running the right way. So it's running DCC the right way and DCC. Now, if it had run the wrong way for DCC, I could not worry about it and just change programming on the chip. But I didn't. So what I've done, what I would do is, if I swap the output wires over, not the input, just the output, it would swap it around for DCC, but then DC would be wrong. So if it was wrong, you swap both sets round That way it's right for both DCC and analog, or DC, whatever you want to call it. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to give it a number. Okay, the number loco I'm going to make it is 65462, which is a preserved one. Now DCC, you only use 4 digits. So because all my locos start with 6 because they're all Eastern, I drop off for 6. So it's going to be 5462. Actually, I used to keep the 6. Like this one here I used to have 6923. And then I decided what I'll do is, because they're all 6s, I'll just make it 9523, what that is. So this is going to be 5432, I think. 5426. What number did I say? Can't remember now. 65462. So it's 5462. So here's my DCC. It's a radio, and this is my this is my programming track as well. So I switch this down to put this into programming track mode, and then I do setup. Oh, wrong one, sorry. I meant to I press the setup for the consist. This is programming. So I go so I press that one. Program on main, no. Sign loco, no. Set system clock, no. Use programming track. So then I go enter. Now, what will happen now? It's in programming. It's in programming mode. So I'm going to do 1 standard programming. This will tell me it's reading the chip. Manufacturer is 153. That must be TCS. And decoder version is 089. So I go enter. Active address. Set address 1. Active address short setup. No, I don't. I don't want a short address. Oh, I've got it wrong. Sorry. Let's go back to that. Just reading the chip again. Okay, setup address. So I go 1, yes. Short address, see it's got 3 in there. Activate this address, 1 for yes. I'm going to say no. So I just hit enter. Long address setup. So 5462. So if I put in there 5462 and hit enter. Activate this address. 1. Yes. I don't want to do anything else. So let's get back out of this. Where's the escape button? Oh. See, I've got 5462. Now, I'm back. I'm out of programming mode, but I've got to plug this back to the track. It should work now. So it's working as 5462 and not 3 on DCC. There you go. It's all finished. All I've got to do is tidy this up, solder it, bit of heat shrink, and it's done. It's the end of the chassis. So come on. Obviously there's not much weight on it. There you go, it's working. DCC. Thanks for watching this video. The next one, whatever part it is, will be back to the body. It's all done.